Make sure your children get on the bus. Make sure you know exactly what they got on when they leave the house, and make sure that they walk in a group. See, Tonetta was walking by herself.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to Raw Reflections with Steph, where we talk about any and everything. Today's episode focuses on the disappearance of 15-year-old Tonetta Carlisle, who disappeared on March 16th, 1989 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Y'all know what's so crazy about this is how when people disappear, I always think about the day, the month, and the year that they disappeared. And I always try to think, where was I? And the crazy thing about this story, and I felt like it was so near and dear, is because not only was Tonetta abducted in plain sight, her case has been reinitiated in the media 30 years later. And that really struck me because I always try to share these stories the best way. But not even that, it's just the simple fact that anything can re-spark a case to be open. Like, I don't know if y'all watched, it's a show on A&E where they do, it's not Unsolved. It's something, if I find it, I'll put it right here so you guys can go check it out. I love that they come back years later or whatever the case is, and they break cold cases. Yeah, they're talking about cold cases. And I love that some of these cold cases get solved. I don't know about you, but if I was a detective, I would definitely want to be on the cold cases because they are just near and dear to my heart. But enough rambling, let's get into today's episode. 15-year-old Tonetta Carlisle disappeared on March 16, 1989. She was last seen wearing a white and pink blouse, denim skirt with white sneakers. She is listed as 5'1", weighing around 95 pounds, and she has black hair, brown eyes, which are said to be in an almond shape. She has her ears pierced, and her hair at the time of her disappearance was trimmed on the sides, curly at the top, and long in the back. In the afternoon on March 16th, 1989, around 2:55 p.m., Tonetta was last seen leaving her high school called City High School, where she was a freshman. She was on her way to her home on the 600 block of Hamilton Avenue in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is where things will change for 15-year-old Tonetta. Approximately a half block from where Tonetta lived, she would be abducted around 3 p.m. And witnesses, a woman and a male, witnessed her abduction in plain sight. But the one thing about this that I love reading was that they did not play. They did not become a bystander. They actually went to try to get Tonetta because they seen the abduction in plain sight. I love that they did not mind their business because why? They were able to get a license plate out of this abduction. And the crazy thing about this is a woman who was on Roof Street, which was near Hamilton Avenue, witnessed the whole thing. She seen Tonetta coming down the hill and a person abducting her. But like I said, they were able to get the license plate, which read LKH920. I had to pull it up because I would not remember that license plate.
It's important for them because we think, not only law enforcement, the DA, but the family can speak to this too, is that we think there's somebody in this community, in this city, in this county, who knows a great deal about what happened to her, or even maybe just a part of the puzzle that can help us complete everything. And no matter how significant or insignificant you think that information is, please bring forward.
And the strange thing about this is because at this point, Tonetta's mother did not know she disappeared or she was kidnapped, right? So it would take about 8 hours later for Tonetta's mother to file the missing persons case. And then it would take about 2 days for them to compare this action with Tonetta. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's like, dang, I can't remember because I was not born in 1989, but I just love the simple fact that these witnesses did not just mind their business. They spoke up. They chased down the car to get the license plate. And you want to know why that's important in the story is because they were able to match that license plate to a known sex offender. Y'all, the license plate came back to a Jeffrey Jones. The crazy thing about Jones is he literally had just served 8 years for a sexual assault. And the police found out he had sexually assaulted another woman 2 months before Tonetta. And he got out a year before this incident of kidnapping or with the potential kidnapping of Tonetta if it was in fact him. But the story gets even crazier, y'all. 2 days after this man is deceased, y'all. Law enforcement said he died by carbon monoxide poisoning, but it was ruled a suicide. And this literally was 2 days after the abduction of Tonetta. When I read that, my heart sank because what do you mean? Oh my stars.
To capture the tag number, and the tag number came back to a person that we think is a person of interest by the name of Jeffrey Lamar Jones. Mr. Jones was born on November 28th of 1959. Interestingly enough, he died 2 days after Tonetta was abducted. He killed himself at the 900 block of Glenwood here in Chattanooga. And we're asking for anybody in the public that remembers Mr. Jones, remembers his maybe his habits, what he did here in Chattanooga, to come forward and tell us, because we find him extremely a person of interest.
And the sad part about it is there was no evidence of Tonetta. There had been rumors that she was put into a prostitution sting all the way to California, but there was not really any leads that came about regarding her disappearance. So her parents and her family never really knew what happened to her, just that she was abducted, and that was the car by the individual named Jeffrey Jones, who unfortunately committed suicide and died by carbon monoxide. What a wild series of events. And that is all the information we have on Tonetta Carlisle. She would be around 51 years of age at this time. And I'm sorry to report that there has not been any new information regarding her reopened case. Now, law enforcement have taken DNA samples from her mom and brother to hopefully try to do something with that. The disappearance of that is all the information we have on the disappearance of 15-year-old Tonetta Carlisle. I'm sending her family so much love and light, and I hope that they can put an end to this and find where she's at and bring her home, no matter which way, because every family deserves to know where their loved one is. Now, until the next episode, guys, I'll see you. If you have any stories you want me to report on, please drop it down below or send it to my DM on my Instagram or my email. Bye, guys. Stay safe.
You know, we know somebody knows something. Yeah, someone knows something. We just really ask for that person or whoever know anything. Just come forward. You know, have a conscience. You know, and let me have this closure, because I don't know when I'm gonna leave this world. And I just, before I leave this world, I want to know where my daughter is. And somebody knows something. Somebody knows something.